Yeah, Ark, that video, that footage we did last weekend is exploding.
Oh yeah.
They got like 1,600 views in less than 48 hours.
Link it.
Sure,
The
hold on.
Ruin Elite Purple Cobras.
Clap, clap, hiss.
Clap, clap, hiss.
That was probably the funnest night I've ever had in World
That was
PvP in my
amazing.
life.
Thanks,
It was
Atmore.
so much fun.
That was.
All right, gentlemen, it's nearly guild meeting start time. Let's get everyone up here. I want all the NCOs and HR dealing with getting people up here ready to go. Anyone who's a straggler getting in, marking out anyone who doesn't show up, and otherwise this taken care of. Send me a tell with the word invite for the guild meeting. A lot of news to discuss, a lot that we need to go through as far as almost every one of the games we're playing. And I believe we finally have a release target for World of Warcraft, Warlords of Draenor, so that's useful. All right. First of all, I wanted to welcome all of the new members to the organization, and I wanted to give you some basic guild update news. If all of you have not registered on the guild forums, you need to do so now. We are standing by to get people put into the system. The reason for using the forums is simple. Obviously, there's communication, and there's going to be inter-guild, just basic entertainment and so on. But the major reason we have the forums is to provide you with access to critical information on modifications, guides, class information, how to spec, everything that is critical to you being able to play at the highest level possible with the highest degree of basic competence is provided. We have extensive news and guides for every game that we are seriously playing right now. We are always looking for more content producers so that we can get that information to all of you. I want you, when you are out there fighting or you're out there doing whatever raids or progression content in any of the games we are playing, to be armed with the best information, most up-to-date information possible. And that is why we have the forums. I'm putting that information out now. If we could please get that link down in the Ruin lobby, I would appreciate it. You should all be there. We're still working on getting some new aesthetic changes, some better icons, and some other graphics design work. But the core forums work. They work well. They work well on iPhones. They work well on iPads. You can use them at any time. It is important that you all are on this, every single one of you. It is a guild requirement. It will help our performance in every branch of every game we're doing. There's a lot of industry news and information for each major game that's coming out. This is a huge launch month. Diablo 3 Reaper of Souls is coming out later this month. If you pre-order it, you get all sorts of fun items. You get Imperius's golden angel wings and so on. The game has been fundamentally overhauled. It is a lot of fun. You'll probably notice that a lot of us are playing there, and we have a RuinGaming branch open. If you liked Diablo back in the day, which is most of you, I'm sure you will enjoy it. Real quick, do I have a ranking officer for raid group 3 or 4, whatever the fuck this car gets? Take it.
Yep.
Get this off the ground. Also, many of you are aware of the fact that the MMO Elder Scrolls Online has been heavily beta tested by this organization recently. It is looking very promising. We will have some additional discussion of that game later. We were playing on the Aldmeri Dominion to get some familiarity with leveling. For those of you who are fans of other Elder Scrolls games like Skyrim or the older Morrowind and Oblivion, they've done an excellent job of translating that universe into an MMO. But more importantly, it is a technical achievement. I have never seen a large-scale world PvP game handle numbers of players in combat as smoothly and as well as this game. That is the real accomplishment that I have noticed. We played extremely extensively in Guild Wars 2. Before that, we played Aeon. Before we played that, we played Warhammer. We played Darkfall on the side. We've played Age of Conan. No game that I have ever played has been able to have so many players rendered in on a screen with such little graphical lag and without phasing or culling. That means you can see people in the very far distance. You can see everything that they are doing. You can watch the entirety of a very large battle involving very large numbers of players. That is an enormous accomplishment. For those of you who have seen how poorly the WoW servers handle large player battles, where the phasing is so severe that you cannot literally see players more than 5 or 10 meters in front of you, often even less, as you will see tonight, you can understand why that's obviously important. It is something, I think, for those of you who are true veterans of World PvP, who enjoyed Guild Wars 2, or perhaps played in Dark Age of Camelot, or other large-scale PvP games, you should take the time to check it out. This is RuinGaming. We are a multi-game guild. We will always be trying the major MMOs when they come out, and I expect you guys to take a look at it. We play multiple games simultaneously. That said, to assuage any fears or alleviate any fears, no one is betting that this is going to be the WoW killer, blah, blah, blah. We've always ended up coming back to other games because of the simple fact that games die. Games have servers that close. Games get literally shut down like Star Wars Galaxies. WoW is a constant. Blizzard is an excellent company. They're doing a tremendous amount to overhaul the game going into Warlords of Draenor. It's very promising. But I will be blunt with all of you. Like at the end of Cataclysm, Blizzard is going to have a huge window of time where there is no major content updating. We know now that there is a tentative release date for Warlords of Draenor, which will be this Christmas. Basically, that means that you are looking at many months where there is no new PvP system, there is no PvP season, there is no additional raid content, there is virtually nothing else being put out. And that means you're going to still be killing Garrosh for PvE 4 or 5 months from now, and you're still going to be in your prideful gear. And even if you're very, very casual, what that means is you're going to be capped out on all of your gear sooner or later. It's probably going to take even the most casual of you only 2 or 3 months to get your main character full prideful gear. And then what? Your character is basically done. So I want you to be aware of that and to look at making sure that you don't burn out. Recognize we do have branches in other games that are worth playing, and we will have the opportunity for you to either play in Final Fantasy XIV or whatever other games you're interested in playing in. Go try Diablo. Reaper of Souls is cool. If you like large-scale PvP, perhaps you would be interested in looking at Elder Scrolls Online, etc. Lazarus, are you there?
Mm-hmm.
Could you give us a quick executive summary of your findings from Elder Scrolls Online? Perhaps have Arago, who's been part of the closed Sigic Order beta, which is the...
He's at work.
All right.
Well, where should I begin? Well, I think Ark has already really done a great job of covering our position on the World PvP. Traditionally speaking, the biggest issues we've had in World PvP are either getting all of our forces in, or the game just fundamentally not working. So the screen freezes up, we don't see any troop movements, none of that works. That's not a problem in Elder Scrolls Online. That's something that we're very heavily invested in, not to mention that it's, castles, siege weapons. If that's something you've never played with, just imagine a more complex, more fulfilling version of Wintergrasp. And that's basically what it is. And that's really why we're interested in going there. As far as my own interpretations of the game, I would say that I feel reasonably confident of it. The leveling, as
Fuck
with any
you all,
leveling...
fuckers.
Oh, well, that's rude, sir.
You
Go
got
back to your
us.
daycare.
So cool.
Wait, is that the best he's got?
No,
Apparently.
do you have anything else you'd like to add?
As far as Elder Scrolls Online, I just want to give the bigger picture, and that is simply that we do support people trying out all these new games. Don't assume it's going to be MMO Jesus. So really what it basically comes down to is I want to make sure you Solar Slam your hot micing.
That's the guy that was talking.
Is he the one who wants to talk? Let him sit in. He's muted. He can listen and be given some wisdom. In any event, I just want you guys to recognize I don't want burnout. I want you guys to be enjoying the game we're playing. I know we're not getting much in the way of opposition here. In World of Warcraft, the Alliance are very, very disorganized. They don't really have any serious World PvP guilds that can cause problems for us. And the best they seem to do is to have somebody use a big boy word like "fu." Oh my God! He dropped the F-bomb in our TeamSpeak. That's how he's going to show all of you. I know we're going to have a lot of fighting going ahead into Warlords of Draenor. We've been doing a lot of work to get people into Wintergrasp and Tol Barad. That's been our major training project here. And we've been very successful. I believe we had over 160 people in the battle previously, about an hour ago. And seeing battles where we're having over 200 players present in general is really excellent training for Warlords of Draenor. For those of you who do not know, there will be a World PvP zone called Ashran. It will have no player caps. It will be objective based. It will be siege engines and siege equipment, artillery, destructible terrain, towers, capturable points, etc. And the best place for us to train for that going forward is, of course, in Wintergrasp. And to see us with that level of activity,
Actually, let's take a moment there.
go ahead.
So, well, you mentioned previously burnout in World of Warcraft. I'm always surprised that some of you have legitimately never tried another MMO. You've only ever played World of Warcraft. I cannot stress enough how much of a bad idea that is. If you if your objective in litmus test for I'm going to have a good time is, I just don't see that MMO lasting 5 years, then you're not looking at it with the right filter. You need to be looking at these new MMOs coming out with, is this going to be worth $50? A single-player game worth $50 is worth maybe 80, 90 hours of gameplay. Maybe. You will get more than that out of any MMO that comes out. Are they all worth trying? Yes. No. Depends on your interest, really. I would say that if you've never left World of Warcraft, go ahead and give ESO a shot.
What's up, guys?
At least let yourself see what
Get
the rest
to
of the
level
MMO
10.
genre is doing right now, because it has moved so far away from what World of Warcraft is here in Mists of Pandaria, which is World of Warcraft doing its best with an old engine and old systems. The rest of the genre is moving forward faster. You should at least see how new MMOs handle things, how they play, how they interact you and engage you as the player. And more importantly, how PvP, World PvP in particular, can be when it's given more than 20% of the development budget. If it's something that you've never done before, this is a good opportunity to do it, because you have such a long period of time where World of Warcraft isn't going to change. So if you leave for 3 months today, you can come back, and you'll not have gotten far behind.
Still be in the same patch.
Nothing's going to change. You're not even going to be behind on PvP gear, because that catch-up buff is going to keep getting higher and higher, and December, 9 months away? Like, good God, no. You will have that full PvP gear for months. Months after an alt could get it in a day. You're not missing anything. You're not going to be missing anything. Take 2, 3 months. 4, 5 months, even. Explore ESO. Fuck it, explore Rift. Do something other than just living in the box that is World of Warcraft. It's not a bad game, by any stretch of the imagination, but if you've never tried anything else, do try it.
Excellent. Like I said, all right, real quick, Soulstorm, you had a few comments to make regarding ESO, and then Wink, you have information regarding updates on Final Fantasy, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I just wanted to bring up, like, Lazarus basically hit the nail on the head for pretty much most of everything. But I one thing that I will say, and I briefed y'all a couple times in the past couple weeks here, and it's something, one of the major complaints that I was hearing is that it felt like the leveling speed was too slow. Too slow initially, it wasn't entertaining combat because you had 2 abilities for 4 hours. They have addressed that. You can the old leveling speed for an average player to get to level 10, if you did it casually, was going to be roughly 8 or 9 hours. That's a horribly long time to be able to actually start playing the game. Now, if you play it casually and you have a general idea of what you're doing stumbling around, it's going to take you about 4 hours. Roughly the same time to get around the same level in World of Warcraft. So the leveling speed at early levels has been increased significantly. And like I say, every week a lot of people hate the game if you get to level 5 and stop, but the second you get into Cyrodiil, the second you get to level 10 and start really exploring, the game opens up for you more than you would even believe. It's so much more entertaining at that point. So just look at the past 10 content.
Break the barrier.
You know, get past that point and actually give it another chance. If you hated the speed, I feel ya, it was really slow. So that's all I had to really say. They addressed that major issue for a lot of people.
Hey, Archaeos, can I say
All right.
something?
Yeah, go ahead real quick because we have other people need to talk. Go ahead.
As a cow, man, you line your mammoth up with your horns, not the body. Come on, bro. Tighten up.
All right, in any event, next we have Wink for Final Fantasy 14, and then we need to go through promotions, and then we need to get the invasion on the road, Putin style.
Okay.
Too soon.
What's going on? Wink, go ahead.
March 24th is the official date for the huge content patch 2.2 through the Maelstrom. A large amount of information has been released for it. Leviathan, the Lord of the World, a primal that looks like he's just going to destroy us. Information on that, new dungeons, Beast Tribe quests, the second entrance to the Coil of Bahamut. I mean, the in-game of in-game, the biggest PvE content they've got has been released. Information on that. Oh my god, it looks like it's just going to just be months banging your head against that wall trying to get past these bosses. Also main scenarios, side story quests, glamour, new gear, new appearance changes. They've got tons of stuff in crafting, gathering. I'm really looking forward to this 2.2 patch. So guys, you have 9 days. Get in here, we'll help you get geared up, get you max level, and get you ready for this content patch. So please come down channel or poke me in chat and find me. We're on Diablos currently, so pop your head in. This game is looking like it's going to really take off. Square Enix is really putting their nose to the grindstone because they know they have to compete with all these big games here, so they're really going to just throw everything at it, PvE and PvP content. So come on in if you're bored with WoW or some other game or just want to check us out.
All right, excellent. We have to get our promotions reviewed real quick. We have some nominations. Smexy, do you have those handy so we can recognize?
I am bringing up Nugs for HR and Havoc Sham for HR and PvP.
I believe we also have a nomination for Sugarfoot going in for the next Tuesday as well. And is there anyone else that we had on the list for promotions and recognition?
I believe the PvP department had some.
All right, excellent. I would like to point out that these individuals have been extremely active recently in helping the guild. We have been very active in the Isle of Conquest pre-mades over the weekend, thanks to the help of Havoc Sham. Sugarfoot and others have been instrumental in providing some field leadership during all of our PvP exercises in Wintergrasp and Tol Barad. The objective of all of this is to help all of you to be in the best possible shape with the most experience in large-scale PvP before the next expansion comes out in World of Warcraft, and for you to be comfortable fighting in battles that involve hundreds of people. And that is what you can expect in terms of scale. And tonight we'll be seeing some of that as we do operations and we do the world bosses, how to act with a large number of people to see whether or not, as a technical test, if your computer can handle it, what do you need to do to upgrade it, how can you improve your character, etc. As I said, I want all of you registered on the forum so that you can take advantage of all the information that's there, so that you can use the modifications to get all of your basic key bindings done, to get everything that you need in order to play at a higher level ready to go. All right. Any other questions regarding anything else going forward? Any other reports from other major upcoming games or updates? I don't think there's much going on for Star Citizen beyond it made more money.
Yeah, but
I have a
it's
question
pretty quiet
about
till
ESL.
PAX.
All right. Smexy, you had some information to bring up?
What are we doing for ESL? Like what fraction?
I will just say it here. It's very likely we're going Aldmeri Dominion unless there's some major change. That's where we're going. You can play any class and any race.
As long as you pre-order.
Yes, make sure you are
And I
pre-ordered
think
ready to
you
go.
can purchase that bonus at launch. I don't.
All right, gentlemen, World of Warcraft branch, you are to report to the normal flight tower. You're going to Borean Tundra. Please move out now. Other branches, do you have any other news or information, promotions that you need to bring up, nominations, anything else? Smaxy, you can continue to discuss wild things as we're moving out.
Okay, so you guys, some of you guys are still listed recruit or citizen in TeamSpeak and recruit and guild. We're going to start cracking down on people who have not attended the new members meetings and people who are not in TeamSpeak. And you get 3 chances. If we whisper you about it 3 times and you don't respond and don't show up to a new members meeting, we will remove you from the guild. It's kind of becoming a big deal, especially with all the fresh 90s. You should have 1 toon per person in RuinGaming. Your other alts or other characters should be in Ruin with a little H or Ruination.
The bottom line is the guild's very, very full. We hate to be harsh on people, but you gotta show up. You gotta get the basic training. You gotta be on the forums and all that.
Guys, so if you have your main in RuinGaming, it's not all bad.
There is a current warrior who has missed every single guild meeting and has multiple asks. He is a recruit. He needs to be made an example of. His name is UGUNALOSE. He is currently in Arthi Basin and needs a G kick.
Bring him before the Justice Council.
Justice.
Rabble.
Justice.
Everyone aboard the Zeppelin. What is this guy's? He's listed.
He's a warrior recruit.
What's his name?
You gonna lose. You gonna lose.
You gonna lose. All right. Well,
RPM. Can we RPM?
He lost.
I love the creativity.
I'm not on that guild, damn it.
Archaeos didn't even bother. He just G-kicked.
look, I'm sorry, but as reasonably intelligent human being, you shouldn't need to be told 3 or 4 times to do something.
Hey, are we gonna do like a For the Horde or something?
Oh my god, this thing is filled.
Oh wow.
Can we do that? Like that's like the first time ever.
Smexy, you're mean.
I know, I'm a terrible person.
I never did a successful For the Horde on
We will
on
do
this expansion.
something.
What's For the Horde?
Just follow.
We do
What's
For the
expansion?
Horde every Tuesday. Welcome to RuinGaming.
Welcome.
You are not to ask, but you are to listen.
And follow.
And
Just
do.
follow.
Smexy, you sounded very Canadian before.
Eh?
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 Hey,
don't be
I
that
take
way.
offense.
I
Okay.
think
I'm
that's
from
enough
Okay.
for me.
Hey, I am.
Slag Canada. I'll start kicking.
You gotta do the cool moose horns on the side of your head
Hey, I
instead
want
of
all the
flicking
cows.
somebody
Comms
else.
clear.
Group.
Comms clear. What are you guys doing?